Hey guys, what's up? I know it's been a minute, but let's do a pick a card reading. It's 2021, and to be really honest with you guys, I have had these cards sitting here since the New Year's. I was gonna do a New Year's or kind of 2021 pick a card reading, and of course, I never did it. It's been so crazy, a lot going on. The store has picked up, so if you guys haven't been out to visit the store, visit Beyondearthcompany.com. Follow me on Instagram at star with two R's, gate 99, the Astro Link, or the Beyond Earth Company. So things have picked up, guys. Anything you see on this table, any stones or anything like that, you can find on the website. Whatever you don't see, you can send me a message. If you're on Instagram, DM me and all of that good stuff, and I'll get it out to you. So it's been really, I don't want to say, it's so funny. It's too early to say it's been a really crazy 2021, right? Because 2021 has barely started, but it's just been rolling right along with the themes of 2020, right? And it's crazy because we're having all of this Aquarius energy, and also right now we have a lot of energy in Capricorn. We've got the sun is in Capricorn, but it's at 29 degrees on the 18th of January, which is today. So it's at 29 degrees. The sun is about to go into Aquarius in another 2 days. And then you've got Venus in Capricorn at 12 degrees, Mars in Capricorn. So there may be some back and forth. You guys may be going through things with your intimate partnerships or close relationships, maybe a little back and forth or a lot of passion there. And we also have Pluto still in Capricorn at 24 degrees Capricorn. So Pluto is coming to that end point of Capricorn, approaching the 25, 26, 27, 28, 29th degree. So that'll really be an interesting time, you know, as we get through the rest of the year and Pluto goes into Aquarius. And then in Aquarius, we have Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn, who are 3 degrees apart. Jupiter's at 6 degrees. Saturn is at 3 degrees. And don't forget, we've got Uranus and Taurus, which is squaring that. So a lot going on, everybody, and today is an Aries moon, but you know the moon changes really quickly. So there's a lot going on. It's going to be a lot of Aquarius energy. It's already a lot of Aquarius energy on the outer planet. So just seeing world themes and things in the world change, just like you see everything that's going on with the government. I mean, that's been crazy. And I suspect as we get closer to inauguration or just some of the time coming up when the sun goes into Aquarius, things may get even crazier, either with the if it's not the presidency, the vaccine, stimulus checks, something. Because, I mean, this Aquarius energy is just going to get wild for science, get wild for the masses, communication. I mean, just a wild time. I mean, I'm just waiting until, like, we see aliens in the sky, guys. That's how wild it's getting. Because, of course, like I said, you've got those planets that are going through Aquarius, making that square to Uranus and Taurus at 6 degrees. So right now, it's like, even though, you know, a lot of times when people look at transit charts or whatever, you might not compare the outer aspects. But with Uranus at 6 degrees and, like we said, Jupiter at 6 degrees of Aquarius and Saturn at 3, I mean, that's like an exact square. So just some change, you're going to be saying, wow, this is different. This is crazy. I never heard of this. Like, that's just what you're going to be saying for the next year and some, because it's just been crazy. And I can't say I suspect things to get any less crazy when all these planets start to move through Pisces, right? So let's get into the reading. Like I said, these cards have been sitting here for a while. I had to do some readings, so I did use the Rider-Waite deck. You guys know, I mean, that's just my go-to deck. That's my favorite deck. So I did reshuffle these cards before I started the video and relay those, but these have been sitting here for a while. So take a look, pick your pile. This is Bloodstone on top of the Rider-Waite pile. Ooh, almost knocked the camera over. If you're interested in bloodstone, visit the website. The links will be in the description. This is a fluorite. I think this is a polished fluorite pendulum on pile number 2, or maybe you want to pick by the cards. This is burnt sage just on the table. And then pile number 3, citrine. Citrine, okay? So, if you pick pile number 1, let's go. Okay, pile number 1. Let's see what's going on. Save that one for last. Queen of Swords. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. The Devil. And the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So if you pick this first pile, you may be a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Maybe specifically a Gemini, maybe Libra. But again, like I said, maybe Aquarius, maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. And you guys are either making a decision, giving a message, or having a conversation about what's coming next, about a future, a decision, or a choice. Or there's communication that's coming to you about a future, a decision or a choice you made in regards to something in your past. And it may have to do with letting go of some of your money, letting go, oh, got to turn that over, letting go of something you worked on to go in a new direction, because we have the keep an open mind. Okay, you may have parted ways in a relationship and you have to pay some money, or you owe some money. You may be looking to get away from a partner from the past, or not go back to something in the past, because all of the time and the effort that you put in has not proved to be worth it. And you're trying to let go of your usual expectations, circumstances, what you're used to, what you're always accustomed to open yourself up or broaden yourself up. Okay, you may be wanting to leave work to travel the world. You may be wanting to do that, or just to break some type of partnership. You may be leaving a company to go and work for yourself. You want to break some type of partnership or something like that. I should get the astro die. 1 second, guys. I'm thinking whether I want to go get the astro dice. That would have been nice to throw the astro dice and see what comes out, to leave you all with something. I think that's what I might do. So you either want to leave a partnership and just go in a different direction. You could have met somebody from another country, another culture. You could have lost some money through an addiction or a habit of gambling. And if you're the female in a situation, this may be why you want to leave, or you left a situation or something like that, because your partner that you were with had some sort of unhealthy addiction. That could definitely be the case. But if this is something that you want to fix and you want to repair, you need to keep your mind open and think of out of the box and different solutions to resolve this. It may be something that you had to pay for. Okay. Maybe you've lost so much money, or like, you know how if you go through, you get DWIs and things like that. They make you pay all kinds of tickets, go to classes. They may even lock you up. They put those things in your car, like things that you have to pay for. That's the point of it all, is to get your money if you mess up, or you're going through these court situations or drama or whatever the case. And somebody could have just broken up with you. If you're a female, especially the air sign, and you don't have to be an air sign. This could be your moon, your rising, or somewhere else you have heavy air energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. You could be giving somebody a message, or sending somebody a mail, or writing to somebody that you're breaking up with them, serving them some papers. And what's really funny is I know somebody that's doing that, and that has nothing, that didn't even come to mind until I said this. And they're this sign. So, And somebody may be upset because now you're thinking about taking them for their money, or they have to owe some money or pay some money or something like that. Okay? So if you pick the first set of cards, I'm not going to make it long and drawn out because that is basically what's going on. But what I feel like is, before I move on from this set of cards, this is going to be something that's going to be a little bit difficult to deal with. And it's going to have to do with letting go of something from the past, being at peace with a decision that was made, even though it could have resulted in a loss of finances, a loss of investment, possibly. So it just may have to do with letting go of something because, as they say, the fat lady has sung. Okay? And I definitely feel like it has to do with everything coming to fruition. You kind of get into the end of the road with something, and it's kind of like, okay, there's nothing left to do but handle this or face this, or this is the last step in the process to really be free of this situation. Okay? So that's what I see going on with the first set of cards. Let's take a look at the second set of cards. Okay? These are all different decks also. So, ooh, we have the Death card. That did fall out when I was shuffling. We had the Eight of Cups. Really letting go of something that you've already walked away from, but you may be like hardcore thinking about it, haven't let it go, still contemplating. I mean, this goes right up. This pay attention to the red flags really does fit the reading. And I always think, now this card is the Hierophant in this deck. I really like this deck as well. But this card always just reminds me of the burning of, because they're burning books right there. So it's like the burning of books, the burning of tradition, leaving something in the past. So if you pick this second set of cards, the most important thing I can say to you is the past is the past. What is done is done. You have walked away. You don't want to be in a part of it anymore, but you're still in your feelings about it. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Specifically, this may be something of a Scorpion nature. Letting something die and being initiated into a new way of doing things. Seriously doing things different than you're doing right now and walking away from the past. And truly letting it go. Walking away from some type of religion, some type of church, some type of organization. Okay? And then if you look on both of these cards, it's really funny because it's like she's walking away from a marriage even. This is the Hierophant card. So you could be a Taurus, you could be a Scorpio, and keep in mind Taurus and Scorpio are opposite signs. And it's really funny because I'm sure the author had to know that when he or she created these cards, because look at the colors. They have the same exact colors in the cards. The Hierophant and the Death card. The Death is Scorpio, the Hierophant is Taurus. So if you look on both of these cards, they both have books on them. You could have recently spilled some water on your papers. Maybe you lost something that was important to you that was written, or you're looking for something that's written. But I feel like you're seriously trying to bury information from the past. You could be trying to ignore information from the past, not using your head and being too caught up in your emotions. And because of that, you're not paying attention to the red flags. You're not really seeing what's going on because you're too busy looking at this instead of these fires that are being started behind your back or right in front of your face. I don't even want to say behind your back, but right in front of your face, because even in the Eight of Cups, it's like she's not paying attention. She's taking what she needs and she's walking away. Maybe this reminds me a little bit of the burning bed. Like maybe you were going out of town and you left your home, or you were something like that. Like you went somewhere or you came in and you could have possibly saw something that made you want to leave your marriage. Maybe you caught your partner doing something Maybe you caught somebody in the act or something like that, and you can't forget what you saw. You can't forget what you saw, what you know, what you heard. It could be that kind of thing. So most definitely pay attention to the red flags, because something is not right about this situation, and you're absolutely correct to look closer into it and to look closer at it. But you may need to go through a phone, go through somebody's books, wallets, or something. Something is in writing. Something that's gonna set you free is in some type of documentation, research, or something on the internet, on somebody's social media, in somebody's text messages. It's something you need to know. And when you find that out, it's just gonna make you totally want to leave the relationship, leave the commitment, or somebody may be just hiding that information from you and may not want you to get that information. But you've just got to open your eyes, look up, come out of the haze, come out of the fog, and pay attention to the red flags. That's what's going on for pile number 2. And again, you could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces involved in this situation, dealing with a Taurus, dealing with a Scorpio. It could be that kind of thing. It could be 2 different groups fighting. You could be like really heated or going off over these capitalized. Doesn't this kind of look like that? Maybe something's happening as far as these capitalized. I don't know. Maybe you was a part of it, or you got something going on. Somebody was blind to something. Somebody didn't see something. And when are you going to wake up? I think that's the point. When are you going to wake up? Whatever you're feeling in your instincts, whatever you feel in your heart and your mind is true. So if you were looking for an answer to, is it true? Is it not true? It is. And should you or should you not, or should you? It's out there for you, though. I feel like the documentation and the proof is there. Or maybe somebody burned it, trashed it, tried to hide it. Something that was done. That could even be co-workers at work or something. You may have feel like somebody got over on you at work or in the library or in a case or something like that. That could really be true. Or in the church. In the church. Maybe somebody's messing with somebody in the church. That could be it too. I'm just throwing some different situations out there because there are different people who watch the reading. So it's not going to all go one way, but take what applies and run with that. All right, so on to pile 3. Citrine. I'm going to sit that right there. And let's see what's going on. You got the Capricorn card. For some reason, I knew the Capricorn card was going to come out in this deck. Don't ask me. And I'm not going to elaborate on why I knew, but I'm just going to tell you I knew. You got the quincunx. Okay, some complexity, some difficulty. Maybe dealing with a difficult situation right now with your boss at work. Maybe that's what it has to do with. Work is difficult right now, and that is for sure. There's some complexities. There's too much going on. Your boss is getting on your damn nerves. They're too authoritative. They're too micromanaging. They're too nitpicky. That is for sure. So maybe this third pile is more about work. Ooh, you got Pluto, but there's going to be a change. There is going to be a new job. You are going to leave this position, even if it happens in a way that you may perceive as negative, or you may think, oh my goodness, this is something like, I just been through hell and back. Like, diamonds are going to come from the rough. Diamonds are going to come from the mud. I'm telling you, after this eruption, after this volcano, diamonds are going to be made, okay, from this coal and these ashes and this pressure that busts pipes. And I'm telling you guys, it's going to be something good and a renewal. Diamonds are going to come from that, but you are going to go through something. And also, that's what I was about to say. If you are into it with a boss or a coworker, or you're having difficulties at work, it's good you're watching this reading so that you can keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you go to work, when this week is coming up, because this is for February. So keep that in mind so you know to kind of maybe let it control it more than letting it control you. So when this explosion happens, or when this blow up happens, or when this thing happens where it's like, oh, it's complicated, it's a big deal, it's something that's foreign to you, it's something that you don't even know about, but your boss is on you about it, they're getting on your nerves, they won't leave you alone, and it's really puzzling to you, and it sends you through such to such a low point, trying to keep it in mind so you don't have to go there. And then the other part that I was going to say about it, and also how it applies to this spread, is the 7th house. So that has everything to do with your open enemies, which is your boss in this situation. And this could even play off in a way, like if you're a younger person watching this, maybe you got some siblings or parents that are really getting on your nerves, or parents, you could be going through that with your kids. Of course, if it's not your boss, it could be your boss's boss, it could be your peers, your coworkers, that kind of thing. So it might not always be your direct boss. This could even be something you're going through in a relationship. Number one, because we have the 7th house, but number two, because the 7th house is the house of relationships, and you could be with the Capricorn, and you could feel like or you could be Capricorn 7th house. Got that right there. I love this deck. I love all three of these decks that I just read from, to be honest. I guess that's why I picked them, because I thought I was going to do this reading on the new year. Like I told you guys, I have had these cards sitting here since the new year. Even when I did other readings, I just used this space, and I did use this deck. So this is the only deck, pile number 1, that I just read out today. But these cards and this deck had been sitting there since like December the 30th or 31st. But anyway, so this could be dealing with partnerships. You could be Cancer rising, you have Capricorn on the 7th house, or just your partner in general, even if you aren't a Capricorn 7th house. Okay, but because the 7th house is open enemies, relationships, that's relationships of all kinds. It's about partnership in any sort of way, whether that's your boss, your partner. You may feel as though you've got an overbearing partner that you're chained to, that is really taking you through hell. But I think what's gonna happen, which is exactly the theme of Pluto, and like I just mentioned at the beginning of the video, Pluto is getting towards the end of Capricorn. Pluto is actually right now, I just always find that these cards, maybe it's just me being a reader, guys, and me being the wonderful, intuitive, empathic, psychic that I am, but these cards just always seem to make so much sense to me when I deal these. But anyway, Pluto is in Capricorn right now. I said it was at 26 degrees of Capricorn, and it's getting into the latter degrees of Capricorn, and eventually it will be in Aquarius with Saturn and Jupiter. So you may really start to feel things more intensely as Pluto gets to the end of Capricorn, and that's why I mentioned it is going to be going between the 25 and the 29th degrees in 2021. So you may feel the tension, because the quincunx is a good way to describe basically how Pluto may feel. Pluto says transformation, and quincunx says complexity. So complexity is about what irritates, puzzles, mystifies, complicates, contradicts, clashes, misses the mark, requires translation, adjust, makes curious, educate, and transform. So maybe your boss is telling you you missed the mark. You know, this is really about a corporate situation. And if it's a partnership, it's a well-defined partnership that you may almost run like a business. And you may find like that's not fun anymore. And the thing I'm really getting out of this spread is a need to break out, a need for transformation, and to get into partnerships that are really more aligned with your soul, and really more aligned with who you are through forgiving and learning the experiences you're going through. So knowing that you're doing the best you can do, you want to release any stress and tension, and know that even though things are hard, you're going to make it to a place where things start making more sense. You start getting on the same page with the people in your life as you change your circle. I mean, if you stay in the same situations and you stay around the same people, you're going to have the same things. But in 2021, in February and in the months coming up, for those who pick this third pile, there's really going to be a transformation to your relationships. The people that are in your life, that may even be the people that you call friends, the people that you're close to. And Forgiving and Learning says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So you're going to have to totally let go of the past relationships, past partnerships. And this may include letting go of important people, and it won't always be easy. This could even be losing people through deaths and things like that. Hopefully nobody, close to you. Hopefully nobody that you really care about. But Pluto does represent death and transformation. And the Pluto card says renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, composting, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, and extremes. And reading those words, this may also play out where somebody has some sort of obsession with you, an obsession to make things difficult, or an obsession with you in some kind of way. And it needs to be balanced out. There needs to be balance in a situation. This is a Libra card. This could be representing a Libra. There could be a Libra and a Capricorn that are dealing with each other out there. And the relationship is going to go through some major type of transformation, not without it hurting and being difficult. And that's why I was saying the quincunx just confirms. Oh, I wanted to make sure this was recording. I almost lost my shit. I've been talking for 26 minutes, so I didn't know if it was still recording. But the quincunx confirms that how the transformation happens is not going to be easy. It will come with some difficulty. But in the end, there's going to be some forgiving and learning, admitting and realizing where you went wrong, being able to look at the part you played that will allow some balance. And you're going to have better moments and more loving relationships once you deal with these things and you truly let them go and walk away from what does not suit you and what does not fit. Okay? So that's the reading for today, guys. This is for February and the times coming up. Of course, I always say readings are timeless. You'll already know if these things are happening, or if you're starting to see themes of it in your life, you'll recall this reading. Again, visit me on Instagram. Follow my page. I'm always posting all kind of things that I think relate and that are true on my page as Star, double R's, Gate 99, and at the Astro Link. Also follow at the Beyond Company. Okay? And I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're in for a roller coaster ride. We're in for some crazy times. You guys know, like I said, I am kind of just spread myself thin on several fronts, running several different things. But readings, even without that, even if I wasn't, even I was just working, right, my regular job, readings do get a little boring to me sometimes. I know some people get on here and do these over and over and over, but I just can't do that. I like a little bit more excitement. So I'll be coming back with some of my astrology videos, because that stuff is really fun. You guys really enjoy those astrology readings. I've got some of my highest views on looking at couples, celebrities, and everything like that. So we will do that, and talking about specific signs. We will do that, but in the meantime, like the video, comment, so my shit circulates the YouTube algorithm, whatever the fuck that is. And I wish you all a very, very happy, prosperous, healthy 2021. Much love, guys. Madam X, Frequency Real Radio, and I'm out.